FunXies, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I was getting a lot of requests to make this beautiful doll. So it's OMG's new Busy Baby doll and it's also called LOL doll. So let's get started. So over here I've taken this skin colored fabric. And now I'll just use this fabric to make the body. So first of all, I'll just fold it into this square shape and then I'll just cut the edges and I'll give a slightly round look. Once I'm done with that, this is the circle I get out of the same fabric. Now I'll take my needle and thread and I'll start sewing the edges. Okay, so once the edges are nicely sewed, now what I'll do is that I'll take this white cotton and I'll just stuff this inside the head. And then I'll just take the knot and ta-da, the face is now ready. Okay guys, so I'll just tie some knots on the back just to secure it, and then this is the head I get for the LOL doll. Now I'll take another piece of same colored fabric and I'll just fold it like this. And now I'll just use fabric glue and stick this properly. Okay, so once I'm done with that, I'll cut the excess fabric and I'll place a hole inside this. Then I'll just use this coiling which is made out of fabric and I'll just stick this inside the head. So this will be the neck. This is how the head and the neck looks. Alright, so now let's start making the top half, and for that I've taken this blue colored fabric and again I'll just fold this like this and then I'll just use a glue and stick this. So once I'm done with that, I'll stick the neck inside it, and guys, I'm showing you the easiest step, so I'm not using cotton for every body parts, it's only for the head, and then the rest will be just the fabric folding. So this is how I'll make the legs. So now I'll just put the glue over here and stick the parts. Once I'm done making one leg, I'll just move forward with the other one as well. And same, I'll just put some glue and fold the edges. Okay, so now what I'll do is that I'll take my needle and thread and I'll just start sewing this from the knee area. Just tighten a little bit, and giving the shape, I'll just stick this fabric glue on the other leg as well and then put this fabric which is green color. Okay, so once I'm done with that, I'll stick these two legs together and then place another same colored fabric on top of it. Once that is done, these two body parts will be stuck together. And now as you can see, these are the fabric pieces which I'll need more. Now I'll just start sticking this onto the top half, and this will be the neck. So it's the same colored fabric and it's a triangle. Then I'll just stick this fabric part on top of it just to give that nicely collared effect. So once its two parts are now done, now as you can see, I'll just keep on applying it until I get the perfect design for her body and her dress. So once that is done, now let's make her tiny jacket. So for that I'm using this grey colored fabric and I'll just take the measurements of her upper body and I'll stick this part again over here. So it's very easy guys, this is how you stick it. So once both the parts are now stuck, you can also use it to tighten a little bit, and then what you have to do is that you have to put another part which is the collar, and for that you'll just stick the same colored fabric over here. So this is how the collar looks right now. this is, as you can see. Alright, so after doing that, you just have to take the same grey colored fabric again and make the hands just the way I made the legs. You just have to roll the fabric and stick it with the glue. So now I made two of the hands like this. Now I'll put some glue over here and I'll stick it on one end of the shoulder. Then I'll do the same thing with the other one as well. So once this body is done, now as you can see, without even the stuffing, it goes very well and the doll can easily move. You can play with it. Now what you have to do is that you have to take the skin colored fabric again and put some glue over here. After gluing it on one end, you just have to stick it doing the double one. And then again, just a double fold. Okay, so once you get this thick fabric, just making the doubles, what you have to do is that you have to fold it from half. And then you have to cut it. So now you have to cut the palms. Okay, so now you have to cut the fingers as well. So now you get these two palms for each of the hands. Now let's stick it on each of the hands for this palm and let's complete the look. So now this will be the ears, so let's stick that as well on each of the sides. After doing that, you have to take this yellow colored fabric and start making the boots. So for that, as you can see, I've made a triangle and then I'm just cutting it from the other end so that I get doubles. Once I'm done with that, this is the shape I get, as you can see. Now I'll just use the glue and I'll stick it on one end, folding it like this, and I'll do the same thing with the other one as well. So once I get, this is the shape I get over here. Now let's take some cotton and place them inside. After doing this for both of the shoes, now let's take the piece and with the same colored fabric, I'll take a cutout and I'll stick it over here. So once I'm done with that, I'll put some glue over here on the front and then tighten it a little bit. So these are the boots which are very easy to make and it's now looking completed. Now I'll stick it on the leg. Now let's start making the hairs for this doll. Now what I'll do is that I'll take a cardboard piece and I'll just start rolling the brown colored wool over here, and then I'll just tie a knot in the middle with the same brown colored wool. Alright, now I'll just take this part out. And I'll take my scissors and I'll cut this part from the middle. Now as you can see, I've made quite a few of them and I'll just use some glue in the middle part and put it over here, this wool part, just to give that middle partition. So as we know that she makes two braids over here, so that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll just put this fabric glue on the head. Okay, so now I'll stick the hairs on the head. So make sure you cover it properly. Now after doing this, as you can see, I'm just applying the strands on the head just to cover the head properly, and I can use more wool if I want, and this is how the head will look first of all. Okay, so now I have to make the braids. So as you can see, I'm taking the wool and I'm just making a folds out of it, and it's a little bit taller. So once I get these folds, as you can see, now I'll just tie it from one end. And now the other end, I'll just cut it off. So once I'm done with that, I'll start braiding it. So first of all, I'll just equally take out the strands on each of the sides and I'll make 3 partitions. And I know that most of you already know how to braid. It's very easy. You can find so many tutorials on YouTube. And I'll just start hand braiding the braids. And guys, she has thick braids, so make sure you use more wool and give the volume for the hairs. Then you have to tie it with the same wool. And you have to make 2 of them alike. So once that is done, you have to stick it on the back side of the hairs. Okay guys, so now as you can see, this is how it looks. Now what I'll do is that I'll take another piece of cardboard and I'll just start rolling the wool again. And this is time to make the bangs, which she has those curly front bangs. So I'll just tie a knot over here, and again I'll just do the same thing which I did for the hairs. And guys, in the middle of this, I would quickly like to see that 2 of my FunXies were requesting me to take their names in my videos. So it is Bhaskar Kundu and Vidhi Chauhan. Hello and thank you so much for watching my videos. So much love from FunX Creation. Okay, so now I'll take this red ribbon and I'll just make some polka dots on top of it and make a bow and stick it on her head. Now let's make the eyes. So for that, I'm using this white fabric cutouts in a circle shape. Then these black ones, and then I'll just use my brush and paint a line of blue color just to make her blue eyes stand out a little bit. And then I'll just put these white dots in the eyes. So this is how she looks right now. Now also again, I'll just make the eyelashes like this, and then the eyebrows as well. Now let's make the tiny lips. Once I'm done with that, I'll just put some white paint, and it's fabric paints over here. I'll just put these and make the designs on her costume. Once that is done, this is the cutouts out of golden and silver cut papers by which I'll be making her huge earrings this way. And now I'll stick it on the ears. Once I'm done with that, this is the front bangs. Now I'll just stick it on top of the head, one-sided. Now after doing that, just to complete her look, I'll make a beautiful blue colored bag, and for that I'm using this glitter foam sheet. It's very easy guys, you can just follow the steps and make your own stylish bag for your doll. So it's very easy, you just have to see properly and make it. Now I'll just put this black colored gem for the button, and I'll just use some white fabric paints and highlight it. Once I'm done with that, I'll use the foam sheet stripe and I'll just make strands for the bag. So now as you can see, it's completed guys, and my lol doll is finally completed. It's handmade, it's super easy to make without any efforts, and this is how you can make your own lol doll at home. And it's OMG's busy baby doll. I loved it, and because it's so cute and adorable, so I just clicked so many pictures of her in different poses and styles. style which you will be seeing at the end of the video. So guys, if you like this video, please make sure you give it a big fat thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and make sure you hit the bell icon so that whenever I post a new video you will be notified. Till next time, bye bye.